Welcome back, my magical star beings. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at who finds you hot right now. So we're going to be taking a look at the characteristics and traits of the person. We will also get zodiacs and initials. So for pile 1, we have Citrine with the Chariot. For pile 2, we have Rose Quartz with the 6 of Swords. And for pile 3, we have Turquoise with the 4 of Swords. So you can either pick your pile based off the pile you're most drawn to or based off your zodiac, which is in the thumbnail. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Once you're done picking a pile, the timestamps for your pile are in the description box below. Also, the sponsored segment of the video is about to start in a few seconds, so if you want to support the channel by watching that, I would appreciate it. But then I will see you at your reading. I'll try to be as accurate as I can, but it is a bit tricky when reading for the collective. If you want something more personal, you can always check in with a psychic for a more in-depth description. Speaking of which, I tried a clairvoyant from Psychic Source, and yes, they're sponsoring today's video. Thank you, Psychic Source. I got matched with a clairvoyant through their site, and honestly, I wasn't expecting her to be that accurate. I gave her no personal info, just asked about my future love life, and somehow she instantly picked up that I'm already in a relationship. She literally said, "Why are you asking about the future without mentioning him?" I was literally speechless, but then I remembered that's kind of what I do too. Still a shocking experience to be on the receiving end of it. She described my future partner as someone who makes me really happy, with great communication and bond that can handle anything. But the part that really stuck with me, she said she saw my future husband giving me purple flowers. A few weeks later, nothing happened, so I kind of forgot about it. Then we saw a tattoo promo on Instagram. My boyfriend sent me his ideas so I can book, and boom, a purple flower. Not a bouquet, but I'm definitely taking that as a sign. You can chat with gifted advisors however you're most comfortable, phone, video, or even text. Setting up my account on their website was super easy, and they have this quick little quiz that helps you find a psychic based on what you're looking for, whether it's love, past lives, energy readings, whatever. It made the whole process really personal and intentional. What sets them apart is the level of care and integrity. Only 2% of their applicants actually become advisors, so you know you're speaking to someone who's truly gifted and held to high ethical standards. And they back everything up with a no risk guarantee. If you're not happy with your last paid reading, it's free. For a limited time, you can use my code Siren at psychicsource.com when checking out, or you can just click the link in my description box below at trypsychicsource.com/siren. You'll get up to 40 minutes with an advisor for just $19.80. That's up to a $240 value. You don't have to use it all in one session. You can spread those minutes out across multiple advisors to see who you truly resonate with. They also donate 1% of your purchase to charity at no extra cost to you. Oh, and yes, I do get paid for this promo, so when you sign up with Psychic Source, you're feeding a perpetually hungry, slightly dramatic psychic, that'd be me, and funding my next impulsive crystal purchase. As you can see, the channel needs some new crystals, but that's all for now. Thank you again to Psychic Source for sponsoring today's video. Pile 1, you chose the Citrine crystal and the Chariot card. We're going to be taking a look at who finds you hot right now. Spirit guides of pile number 1, please tap me into the energy of those that find pile number 1 hot right now. Please show me how many people are there that find pile 1 hot right now. So we have 2 with the High Priestess. So who is this first person that is finding pile number 1 hot right now? We have the Hierophant reverse. We have the Knight of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this first person is somebody that is not very traditional with the Hierophant reverse. They may be kind of rebellious in nature. This person thinks of you a lot with the Ace of Swords, and you're on their mind in some way. I think they want you or want something from you with the Nine of Cups, but this is probably wanting you in some way with the Nine of Cups. And it seems that they have romantic feelings for you with the Knight of Cups, or they're starting to feel something towards you. So this is not just like finding you hot. This is like a full-on crush this person has on you, and they're hoping that you would give them a chance, but maybe they are a little bit in their head afraid of rejection. You may have some kind of interaction with them around Christmas time if you're watching this right now. Or something significant may happen around Christmas time, because that's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. For some, I see that they could be a pilot or work with airplanes or something, or they could like travel a lot. But I'm specifically seeing like a pilot in my mind's eye, or flight attendant or something like that. I'm seeing somebody that's very sweet. Somebody that's very confident as well, maybe has a big ego. This person may have commitment issues. They're very good at cooking and love to cook for those closest to them. They may also be a gamer. I'm seeing a gamer in my mind's eye. They may enjoy spicy food or find you spicy in some way. They may also be the type of person that celebrates each holiday to the fullest, like Christmas, Halloween. I'm seeing like those kind of energies in my mind's eye of like somebody that decorates. Maybe they dressed up for Halloween and you saw their costume or something like that if you're watching around this time period. Of course, this reading is timeless, but yeah. You do have a past life with them in Egypt, and they do have pure intentions towards you. For some, I see somebody that works within the law or justice energy. So this could represent a person that's very truthful, that stands up for what they know is right. We could also be picking up on Libra energy, Taurus with the Hierophant. They could be the type of person that takes care of those around them when a person's like sick. I also see them being like a very protective type of person where if they were to date you, they would be protective over you in some way, watch over you in some way. And it seems like this person is making some kind of wish to have you, which makes sense because the Nine of Cups is here, but I'm seeing like a genie lamp in my mind's eye. So it's like they're wishing for this so badly. They may come from a wealthy background or have a nice home, but I'm seeing like a luxurious home with like chandeliers in my mind's eye. I'm also seeing that this person could be very good at maths, physics, things like that. They could be very intelligent and smart, and with the Ace of Pentacles here, it seems like they're very into like looking for opportunities, making money. The Chariot could also represent somebody that's in some kind of position of power. Or maybe they just make very good money in some way, like where they're in some kind of high position in work. I see somebody that's successful. Maybe creative. I see somebody that likes to read or likes to indulge in gaining new knowledge. This could also be somebody that likes the outdoors. I'm also seeing Saturn energy in my mind's eye, so this person could be a Capricorn or an Aquarius, or they could have just had a very difficult life or upbringing in some way, and maybe they had to overcome that. Maybe it affected their mental health in some way. I also see that this person could have like plants all over their home, or could be a plant fanatic. It seems like they fantasize about touching your body. I'm seeing the initials A and N in my mind's eye, as well as J, which we'll get more zodiacs and initials later, but that's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. I keep seeing travel with this person. I see kind of like a slim build. body-wise. And somebody that's like medium to tallish height. They could be somebody that kind of like enjoys eating foods from different cultures and kind of like tasting food from different cultures. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. I'm also seeing Libra, the symbol, in my mind's eye. And this person could like want to take you out on a date where you're like drinking wine together, because I'm seeing that as well. Is there anything else about this first person they should know? We have the Moon, the Ten of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. It seems like this person's very nervous to tell you how they feel. The Moon can represent hiding their feelings or keeping it a secret for now, because they're nervous to tell you with the Nine of Swords. It seems like they do want some kind of like emotional deep connection with you. But again, I don't know if this person wants commitment with the Hierophant reverse, but they do want you in some way. This person has a lot of depth to them with the Moon. And again, I see pure intentions here. So now let's take a look at the second person. Who is the second person that finds pile number 1 attractive right now? We have the Seven of Swords. So this is someone you wouldn't consider trustworthy with the Seven of Swords. Or somebody that may be a little bit secretive, hiding things. If you know somebody like that, the Hermit. This is somebody that's very reserved, keeps to themselves, maybe a little bit of a loner or introvert in some way. It's kind of like they're very quiet, they just keep to themselves. But you may feel like they're hiding something. This person has had their eye on you for a while. And it's kind of just looking. I don't think the second person will like make a move, because I kind of just see them staring at you, looking at you, thinking you're like eye candy to them. But I don't see them like actively trying to communicate or anything like that. The Sun, the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, Two of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Six of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. This may be somebody from your past or someone you have history with the Six of Cups, or someone you've known for a long time with the Six of Cups. Maybe you're not close to them anymore, but you've known them for a long time with the Hangman, Six of Cups. And I think this person has been watching you for a while, but has kind of been like deciding to keep to themselves. Maybe this is someone you cut off with the scissors here for some. And with the third eyes here, maybe you intuitively feel this person's eyes on you, even though they're not saying anything. I mean, the High Priestess came out reversed before, so maybe you felt that intuitively, but you kind of doubted it and thought, oh, what if I'm just like thinking this, but it's not actually true? There's somebody that's very emotional. They could be a Pisces or water sign. I'm literally seeing the scene from The Love Witch where Elaine was like, some other woman was asking her like what happened with the guy she was like seeing. And Elaine was like, oh, he was so emotional. He's such a Pisces. It's like he didn't even want to touch me anymore. He was just like so emotional all the time. And she was like, she didn't like that. It doesn't mean that you don't like that, but I'm just seeing that energy in my mind's eye. This is somebody that is very cheerful, optimistic, ambitious too. They may be someone that works well in a team. We also see Virgo with the Hermit, Pisces with the Hangman. I think Hangman's Pisces, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. And then the Sun is Leo. I see that this person could be impulsive, a little bit hot-headed, but they are self-aware of their like negative traits, if that makes sense. I feel like right now they're in a stage of like trying to grow, trying to be self-aware. And I see that they're maybe studying at the moment or trying to like do courses to kind of better themselves in their career. They're a very decisive person, but sometimes they take a long time to come to a conclusion of what they want to do. And maybe that's what they're doing with you here, trying to figure out what to do. This person almost feels like they've been zapped by love in some way, metaphorically, and they just can't stop themselves from feeling this way towards you even though they want to. I'm seeing the initial L and T in my mind's eye. And I'm seeing like a temperature thingy. I forgot what it's called, but then it's like breaking because the temperature is so hot. So this person like finds you so hot more than like other people, if that makes sense. For some of you, I get that they could have moved to another country or city like far from you. Or this could have been like a long distance thing for some of you that never worked out. That's not for everyone there, though. I see this person being very resourceful. They may have grown up with like a scarcity mindset. They could wear a lot of sunglasses. They could enjoy golfing for some. I'm also seeing Taurus energy in my mind's eye, the symbol. I'm seeing somebody that's very perceptive and observant, and maybe they're watching you like a hawk. I'm also seeing an engagement ring in my mind's eye, so I don't know if this person is like engaged, married, or if they see you as like wifey material, hubby material. I also see the Gemini symbol in my mind's eye. I'm not going to mention more signs because I want to get like actual zodiac signs later on and not mention too many. I'm seeing somebody that's kind of like an outcast. They don't fit in. They're very unique. They may work within the medical industry for some. I think they have like this tough exterior where they almost try to make themselves seem tougher or more powerful to kind of intimidate others. I also see this person having a jealousy problem where sometimes like they want to sabotage people that are doing better than them. I don't know if they're actively doing that right now, but that's what I see in my mind's eye. Like somebody sabotaging somebody else's success. This person could be very hygienic with their physical appearance. Like I'm seeing good dental hygiene. I see them grooming themselves well. You and this person could have had a karmic connection. I see them being very brave and kind of like courageous in a way where they just put themselves out there. They get outside their comfort zone. I just keep picking up that this person has a lot of secrets. They could be a morning bird, somebody that prefers to get up early and get things done early. I also see kind of like a double life with this person, or somebody that drinks a lot. I don't really like this second person's energy that much. I like the first person more for you. Okay, let's remove these cards and see what we get for initials and zodiacs. Let me know how this has resonated for you so far in the comments below. Did you figure out who this is? One or both of these people could be feeling insecure at the moment, not feeling good enough for you. Okay, so these zodiacs, we have Libra, confirmation. We have Virgo, Capricorn, Earth sign energy, Aquarius, as well as Leo. So confirmation with the Capricorn and Aquarius that I mentioned in Leo. And I was going to say that Chariot can represent Cancer, and then we had Cancer come out, so confirmation as well. We have T. I think I did mention that initial C. E. Both of them are afraid of being alone forever. A. J. I think I did mention J. A again. V. S. We see the name Sav here, Savannah. This is reminding me of J. We have B. Jab, maybe this is somebody that can kind of be passive aggressive, or one of these people could be A again. They could have multiple A's in their name as well, since we see A coming up a lot. F, Y. I also see the names Seb, Sebastian, E, M, and I. If, so maybe they're thinking about, oh, no, that's IE, sorry. I was thinking of if here, the possibilities, maybe they're thinking of the possibilities that may be if you guys were to date. I'm seeing the word bet here. Maybe this is somebody that is kind of like a daredevil, will do something, or will kind of like try to prove to people that they can do something and be like, bet, I'll do it. Maybe they say that or not a lot for some of you. I see my own name here. Maybe this is my pile. Sam, if you didn't know. I can't really think of any other names I'm seeing from these initials, but if you do see some, let me know down in the comments. And let me know if you figure out who this person is or if their zodiac or initial came out. So thank you for being here and watching this reading. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you like my readings and want to see more exclusive content of mine, I do post a weekly video every week on my membership. So thank you for being here and watching, and I can't wait to see you next time. Pile 2, you chose the Rose Quartz Crystal and the Six of Swords card. We're going to be taking a look at who finds you hot right now. Spirit guides of pile number 2, please tap me into the energy of those that find pile 2 hot right now. I was going to ask how many there are, and we have the number 5 here with the Knight of Swords and 10 of Wands. Okay, you could have 5 to 10 people, but I'm not going to look at 10 people because then the reading will be too long. We're going to look at 5 people. Okay, so who is this first person that is finding pile 2 hot right now? So I could tell you like a little bit of a theme of all these people mixed together. I see people that are in the midst of change or transformation at the moment, kind of going through transitional periods of their life right now. I see people that are kind of go-getters, a little bit impulsive. They kind of take charge of their life. They don't mind a challenge. Maybe hardworking, but can be petty or hot-headed. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands, the first person, and the Ten of Cups. So what I will tell you about this first person is they seem kind of nurturing. They seem to want to become a mother or father, or could already have children. Like, family is very important to this first person. They could run a lot, as we see in this image, or be very athletic or have an athletic body type. They could have like strong features that kind of stand out, that are kind of dominant in a way, because I'm noticing that with these 3 card, the imagery. They all have like strong features. Maybe high or sharp cheekbones, strong eyebrows, a huge arch in the eyebrow, brown eyes, or dark hair. This is somebody that moves fast in relationships, and there's somebody that walks fast, talks fast, does everything fast, can be a little bit impatient at times. But I do see a lot of ambition with this first person, and I do see them kind of having a hero complex where they want to save everybody in their life. They are looking for more of a long-term connection. And maybe they have their eye on you, hoping that you guys could have something. I think this would be the type of person that wouldn't be afraid to make their move or shoot their shot with you. And they might do so very fast or very soon with the Eight of Wands. This person could be looking at your pictures on social media. For some of you, you could have grown up with this person where you knew this person in childhood, because I'm seeing like 2 kids play together, like on the jungle gyms or whatever. But I don't think that's for everybody. If this is a woman, she likes to keep her nails kind of like at a short to medium length. She likes to do fake nails. I see somebody that loves Disney movies for some reason, because I'm seeing Flounder from The Little Mermaid. I see somebody that's very organized, has their life together, may like pasta or Italian food. Or maybe they're Italian themselves. I'm seeing the initial B and T. I'm also seeing that this person's kind of cool and interesting in personality. But they do have a secret nerdy side that they don't portray to the world. For some, I pick up on LGBTQ plus connections, where if you are part of that community, this person could be like of the same sex, finding you attractive. But I don't think that's for everybody. This person could be very neat and tidy. I see Taurus energy in my mind's eye. This person really wants to get married one day. They could like anime or I forgot what it's called, but I'm seeing that bunny. I think it's called Miffy or something. I could be wrong and like mistaken in what to call it, but I'm seeing that. They do have a little bit of a charmer side to them. Like I see them taking your hand and kissing it. And they do appear very confident and secure within themselves. Now let's take a look at the next person. Who's the second person that is finding them hot right now? We have the Fool. Also, I hear for some of you that you might see somebody appear in the cards that looks similar to somebody you know in real life. The Ace of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Eight of Wands, as well as the Two of Wands. Okay, so this second person is kind of hiding their feelings for you with the Moon, the Eight of Swords. They're a lot more nervous than the first person. The second person might not actually make their move on you, but they might last minute like impulsively make their move with the Fool and just say, F it, let me just do it even though I'm scared, even though I'm overthinking. So it's kind of like a maybe in terms of whether they will shoot their shot or not. Based on their personality, I see them kind of being like a shy, nervous person. Kind of like just keeps to themselves, doesn't really like go outside their comfort zone or do new things even though they want to. They don't really, I don't see them being the type to like go up to a new person, a stranger, and talk to them, because I see them being very shy. I see them wanting to get outside their comfort zone and try new things and just be more brave and be willing to take risks, but they're very scared too, okay? So that's like a secret desire of theirs, and maybe they're trying to change into that version of self that they don't know yet, that kind of just doesn't hide themselves from the world. I see kind of like somebody that hides themselves from the world, maybe literally like they stay indoors all the time, or they kind of like are scared to show the real them to the world. Not that they're hiding anything, but it's more so from anxiety with the Eight of Swords. Maybe they have social anxiety. But this is somebody that wants to take a chance on you. They are somebody that plans a lot. And if they don't plan or organize, they get very anxious. This is like OCD energy. Of course, I'm not a medical professional. I can't diagnose anybody, but that's what it feels like. Like, if I don't plan this out, I'm going to be anxious the whole time. So they only feel secure and like calm and peaceful when everything's planned out, when they know when everything's going to happen. They don't like surprises, okay? They don't like not knowing what's going to happen next. They don't like unpredictability. Though they themselves may be a little bit unpredictable and not realize it. They're kind of keeping themselves hidden from you, keeping their feelings hidden with the Moon. But they are somebody with a lot of depth. You just wouldn't see it like in the first meeting with them. They might only show that depth after some time. They do want to be free and carefree and not let their fears hold them back anymore. And I think that's the next stage they're stepping into, where they're maybe allowing themselves to get outside their comfort zone more and do the things that they plan in their head instead of just planning it and never doing it. They are somebody that is looking to find opportunities at the moment that are basically going to change their life for the better. They're somebody that can be sensitive but doesn't show that side of themselves to the world. They could have like a strong jawline or like a square shaped face. They could like pose in pictures where they only show one side of their face, like their good side. They could also have rounded eyebrows or round eyes or sleepy eyes. For some of you, I see freckles and kind of like lips that are more like a heart shape, like poutier lips. Even if they're a man, I see that. I see a wider nose. I see somebody that's physically attractive, but they don't believe that themselves. They could have gotten braces at one point of their life or fixed their teeth at one point of their life. I'm also seeing that this person has a very romantic side. They can be a little bit chaotic in a funny way. They have a good sense of humor. But I kind of see them as like a cute deer that gets scared of everything. They may be somebody that kind of like, when small inconveniences happen, it's like huge to them. They could live near the beach or ocean, have tattoos, or enjoy seafood. They could have a cursive handwriting. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. And this is somebody that people feel like they wouldn't want to mess with. I also see an honest person. Okay, now the third person that is finding pile too hot right now. The Seven of Swords. The Hanged Man. Okay, I feel like you've known this third person for some time. And after a while of like looking at them from a different perspective, not trying to judge them, you've gotten this gut feeling from them, like when you first met them, that you shouldn't trust them with the Seven of Swords. But with the Hangman, it's kind of like you wanted to wait. You wanted to see who they are first. You kind of just didn't want to judge them from first glance. But after a while of noticing their behavior and how they show up in the world, you decided that they're not trustworthy to you in your mind with the Seven of Swords. The Queen of Swords, the Star, the Ace of Wands reverse, and the Lovers. This is someone you don't find attractive, but they find you attractive with the Ace of Wands reverse. Maybe you got the ick from them or something, or maybe they're just not your type, okay? Or maybe you find them physically attractive, but you find their personality unattractive where you wouldn't date them. I feel like you've known this person for a while and you do speak with them with the Queen of Swords or text them or have some kind of communication with them once in a while. Maybe not all the time. I don't get that you're close to this person, but you talk to them once in a while. This could look like somebody you say hi to once in a while when you bump into them, or somebody that's like going to the same school or university as you where you sometimes talk to them but not every day, or someone you know from your area that you kind of like bump into, a neighbor, somebody you see at your local coffee shop, whatever it is. That's what the energy looks like. Or like a mutual friend, maybe. Someone you're not necessarily close with but speak to on a occasional basis. This person seems to want you romantically with the Lovers. They do find you hot, but they want you romantically as well. And I feel like this person knows on some level that you don't feel the same. This feels like unrequited love. But I wouldn't say it's love because I feel like it's more so feelings that I've developed, not really love, if that makes sense. But it feels like unrequited feelings, okay? This person has observed you for a while and is kind of like watching you a lot. They're a very chatty, communicative person. Maybe somebody that requires a lot of attention and focus on them. When the kind of like attention isn't on them, they kind of like try to speak in a way where the attention's back on them. So say it's somebody else's birthday and it's like they almost like want to say something to get the attention on them on somebody else's birthday, or you know, at somebody else's wedding or whatever. It's like they can't let somebody else have their moment. Okay, and I'm also seeing that they require a lot of like social battery from you whenever you speak to them, where it's like you find them a little bit exhausting because of how much they speak. I'm seeing donkey energy in my mind's eye. Maybe they're just like a chatterbox and sometimes they speak a lot, where it's like maybe you don't have the social battery or the mental capacity to deal with it that day. Okay, I see that there's someone that's very physically affectionate, but I also see like a lack of boundaries with this person. I see that they can be wise and they take a lot of pride in their wisdom, but they kind of get offended when people don't want to listen to their advice. I see that this person has a very big ego, and that's not what I'm getting from the cards, but just from energy. If you were to date this person, you would almost feel stuck in the relationship, so I'm not going to focus on them too much. Let's move on to the next person. The fourth person. Who is the fourth person that is finding pile number 2 hot right now? We have the Sun, the Six of Cups. So this seems to be someone you have history with, or someone from your past, or someone you've known for a long time. This seems to be a friend of yours with the Sun. Or you just see it as like their presence makes you very happy and vice versa. There's innocent kind of like intentions here from this fourth person. And I feel like some kind of domino effect where you guys will change each other's lives and bring some kind of domino effect to each other's lives of change. So Page of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and Ten of Pentacles. I see that this could be someone creative, could love to bake for some. They kind of are very authentic to themselves. Like, I see them having a creative personality or a uniqueness to them, even in the way they dress or portray themselves to the world. It's like they're not really caring about fitting in. They just want to express their creativity. So if they're going to wear an outfit that seems kind of bold or out there, they're going to do it. If they're going to like want to express themselves creatively in the way they want to, they don't really give a F about other people's opinions. They can be very funny, silly, have a goofy side to them, a good sense of humor. I feel like this person makes you laugh every time you're with them. And I feel like if you were to date them, they would be the kind of girlfriend or boyfriend that always makes you laugh. They are somebody that is grounded at the same time, but also fun, but can also be responsible. They are very decisive, and how they make their decisions is from logic, from pattern recognition, and from what would be best for them in the moment long term. When they make decisions, they think about the long term. They are also somebody that can compromise and sacrifice for those they love. And they're looking to build stability in their own life financially, but also stability in general. They are also somebody that can kind of learn from others. And they could kind of be humble in a way. I see them like wanting to constantly learn to improve themselves. They could be very independent, physically strong. They could go to the gym a lot. They could be a little bit older than you. They could have dark hair as well. Kind of like eyebrows that almost seem perfect. Facial features that almost seem perfect in a way. They have very expressive facial features. Like, I see them like making expressions with their eyebrows or something. I see that they have a good heart and good intentions. And I think you and this person actually have a lot of potential to have like a long-term stable connection that's healthy. And they would make you feel chosen in some way or prioritized in some way if you were to date them. I feel like this person's had feelings for you for a while now. They're always there for you and they're always listening to you. Like, I see you like gossiping to them or telling them the tea on something and they're listening and they're kind of matching your energy. I see Pisces energy in my mind's eye. We also have Leo with the sun, or earth sign energy. I see them like ringing your doorbell, visiting you a lot. I also see the Aries symbol in my mind's eye. And I see that this person would kind of like do romantic gestures, like give you flowers or something like that. I'm also seeing like a paintbrush in my mind's eye. I also see that they really want a family one day and to travel and have adventure. Now, the fifth person. We have Judgment, the Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, Hermit, and Nine of Swords. So this last person seems to be somebody that's working on themselves right now. They could have had an experience recently of some kind of public embarrassment or humiliation, and that kind of just forced them to work on themselves, gain self-awareness. I feel like this person is like very worried about like their image and how others could possibly perceive them, where they're going through this growth phase because of potentially their reputation, like not wanting to ruin it more. If that makes sense, like let's say they got publicly embarrassed about something they did and somebody exposed them or told other people about it, and that kind of just forced them to work on themselves because they don't want to be perceived in that light. I don't get that this person's egotistical, but I get that they care about what other people think of them. Some of you did a cord cutting with this person where you don't want to be associated with them, but they're still stuck on you. But I don't think that's for everybody. This person could kind of be an introvert, a loner, very reserved, keeps to themselves. They seem to have some kind of anxiety or social anxiety. They're very nervous in front of you. You and this person did have an okay compatibility, but there were some things to work on in your connection, and maybe that's why you cut this person out for some of you, because it's like maybe you couldn't agree on the same things or kind of like relate to each other in some way for some. I don't feel like you were that close to this person though. This could have been like a situationship that you decided to ghost or cut off because you just didn't see this going anywhere. But if you did ghost this person, it's almost like because they didn't get closure, they're worried about like what could have been, if that is the case for some. If you don't relate to that at all, then maybe they're like looking for your reassurance or your approval that you're not going to ghost them if you are like talking to them in a situationship kind of thing. Or if they do like you, then maybe they're kind of nervous that you would ghost them if they started talking to you in that way. Maybe they've been ghosted a lot. I'm getting energetically that this person can kind of be boring. They don't know how to like keep a conversation going. You know those people that like you just It's tiring to have a conversation with them because they can't keep the conversation going and you have to keep putting an input to keep the conversation going, but then they're so dry. That's what I'm getting from their energy, not from the cards. We see Virgo energy with the Hermit. To be honest, I don't know what the Judgment card zodiac is. If you know, let me know down in the comments. I forgot. I'm seeing the initial H in my mind and A. But it also reminds me of haha, so maybe this person and you have kind of like had a few jokes here and there, or they can be kind of funny. They are a morning person. They don't drink. And they're someone with an acts of service love language. They love to cook or bake for those they love. This person could kind of like your body, could want to like touch your behind area if you're a woman, or in general, they would want to touch your body, even if you're a man watching. They're very attracted to your body, okay? But I get that this person's kind of closed off energetically. I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just describing what I see intuitively. They're not the brightest bulb in the room. They're not dumb either, but that's what I see. Let's remove these cards and check these zodiacs now. So let me know how this has resonated for you so far. Did you figure out who some of these people are? I heard caress your body, so someone from this group of people wants to caress your body. And also fantasizes about you in a sexual way. Someone from this group touches himself to you. I know that's a little bit of an intrusive message, but I'm seeing it in my mind's eye. And someone's just like looking at you like, oh, damn, they look good. Maybe telling their friends about how good you look. We have Taurus. We have Libra. Like, I see a man with like brown hair, kind of tall, kind of handsome. And he's like, damn, that person's sexy. So I guess that's for those that are attracted to men. We have O, B, R, O again. We have Pisces. We have somebody in this group that thinks the world revolves around them, because I'm hearing the world doesn't revolve around you. So Sagittarius, Gemini, and Aries. I'm also seeing somebody that like works in the fitness industry or is some kind of like fitness coach or something. H. Someone could live in the cold area or climate. C. Why does this one keep jumping towards Gemini? Maybe there's a Gemini with the initial C. F. X. Maybe we have a literal X. S. The name Sue is coming through here. We have D. B. Z. Someone you met at the DV. Q. That's not for everybody, of course. K. A. And U. Let me know if you see any names within the initials. I'm going to try to see if I see any now. We have Boo here. Maybe somebody wants to make you their Boo. Or calls you Boo a lot. I'm seeing Voss here. Isn't that like a water brand? If I'm not mistaken. Maybe somebody drinks that water brand a lot. I'm also seeing AC. Maybe there's somebody that likes to use the aircon. I'm seeing brew here. Maybe somebody says brew or bruh a lot. Also, earlier I mentioned the initials H and A and it's here. And I also mentioned Virgo and it's here. I'm also kind of seeing bus almost. Maybe somebody's boss finds them attractive, which is kind of weird, but I see that. I'm not really seeing any names, really. If you see any from here, let me know in the comments. But yeah, let me know in the comments if not your zodiac, if yours did come out, you can let me know. But if somebody you know zodiac or initial came out, let me know. Or if you figure out who these people are, let me know down in the comments. I just want to hear the tea from you guys. So yeah, thank you for watching and being here. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. And if you like my readings and you want to see more exclusive content of mine, I do post a weekly video on my membership. I can't wait to see you next time. Bye. Pile 3, you chose the Turquoise crystal and the Four of Swords card. So we're going to be taking a look at who finds you hot right now. So, Spirit Guides of pile number 3, please tap me into the energy of those that find my pile 3s hot right now. Please show me how many people find them hot right now. So we have 6. Okay, with the 4 of Swords and 6 of Wands, what I can tell you about all these people is they're probably working on their successes, their goals, probably goal-oriented people. People that want to be successful, want to kind of better themselves in their career, which is great to see. They care about achievements a lot. Okay, but they are also people that are very chilled, relaxed, that you could probably have a healthy relationship with. People that would make you feel safe and comfortable and at ease. Okay, so who's the first person that finds pile 3 hot? We have the Death card, the 7 of Swords, and the Hangman. So this is somebody that you aren't talking to anymore. There was some kind of ending in your connection with the Death card, but with the 7 of Swords next to it, it's kind of like they're trying to force their way back into your life, even though you don't want them back. This could be somebody that's watching you from a fake account, trying to not be seen, trying to be sneakily watching you in some way. And this could have happened like now for a long time, even if you stopped talking to them a while ago, months, years ago, they're still watching you, okay? 4 of Wands. And the 6 of Pentacles. So you gave this person a lot and you were very close to them. But you may have felt like they didn't appreciate what you were giving. Or like, I'm hearing after all I've done for you. So you may have felt like you gave them a lot and they didn't appreciate it or something. You could have been in an actual relationship with them with the 4 of Wands, an actual committed relationship. For some of you, this could have been a marriage partner because 4 of Wands represents that, or a roommate. Someone you lived with or were close to, committed to, devoted to. It's not only this person that's watching you, but people around them, like their family and friends too. They're all keeping their eyes on you and they're all speaking about you. I feel like this person just won't move on from you or accept the truth that you've moved on. For some, they could have curly hair because I'm seeing a pattern of curly hair within all these cards. Even the men have curly hair here. For some reason, when I look at this card, today I'm being reminded of like Bella Hadid. Even though she doesn't really look like Bella Hadid. Maybe for some, this person could kind of have features similar to her. Even if they don't look exactly like her, maybe they have similar features, or maybe they have like a model-like kind of appearance, if that makes sense. Like, if you look at a lot of models, maybe they have similarities in their features to a lot of the models we see right now. So I see you closing the door on them, and this could be metaphoric or literal, but I see you closing the door on them and them saying, no, don't close the door, and trying to like push the door open. So it's like they're just trying to forcefully come back into your life, even though you've closed the door on them. Is there anything else you can show me about this person, Spirit? They could be fit, they could go to the gym, they could be very strong physically. If they're a woman, they could get their nails done a lot. They could be an outdoorsy person, somebody that likes to camp a lot or, like do activities outdoors, go on hikes, things like that. They could also like to party and drink, but they could also like to stay balanced and healthy. Like I see them making healthy smoothies in my mind's eye. I see that they have an expensive taste in jewelry, or their jewelry looks expensive. They're very emotional, possibly a water sign, because I'm seeing water energy in my mind's eye. Or they're very flowy and like emotional. For some of you, this person could have attended your wedding or something like that, because I'm seeing like a literal wedding in my mind's eye. Or some of you could have literally been married to this person, like I said before. They could have a sweet tooth and you could have eaten like donuts with them or something. You could have drank wine with them as well. They could have came to your home or apartment a lot, because I see them like being at your home and you guys like eating or drinking together. I see that they aren't the neatest person. If you go to their home, like maybe it looks neat from the outside, but like I'm getting that they kind of take shortcuts with cleaning where, and this is no judgment, this is just how I'm describing their personality, because I sometimes do this too. But like let's say they kind of like throw the clothes to one area where you can't see it, or maybe their drawers are like unorganized, but like the rest of their home looks like clean and neat in a way, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm seeing with them. They could be trying to like bury their feelings for you, release it, but they're struggling to. I'm seeing the Libra symbol in my mind's eye. I'm also, I don't know why I'm seeing this, but I'm seeing bad breath. I don't know why. I'm not like trying to be rude to this person. This is just what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. They could wear like a lot of lace, or you could have worn a lot of lace around them. For some, I see like somebody that's Jewish, because I'm seeing I think it's called the Star of David. I think that's associated with the Jewish religion, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, please correct me. So now the second person, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. So this is someone from your past or someone you have history with, someone you either were close to or are close to. But with the Five of Wands, it seems like you and this person don't get along. You guys fight a lot. Or just have a lot of disagreements or butt heads in some way. There's some kind of clash in your personalities. Maybe you're very different, or maybe you're similar and that's why you clash. The Hermit. But this person is reflecting on maybe the fights or conflicts you've had. And they do have the hots for you, but it's kind of like they want to resolve the conflicts or reflect on it to make it not happen anymore with the Hermit. It's like they're becoming self-aware of their own behavior that leads to the conflicts or disagreements, and they're trying to like work on that right now. Ten of Wands, you and this person have a very difficult relationship, and you may have like moved very fast in your connection or like click very quickly, but it also just seems like you have a difficult relationship and it's difficult being around each other. But this person does have the hots for you. I see tired or sleepy looking eyes, or eyes that kind of like are kind of closed a little bit, like Marilyn Monroe's eyes, not fully open. I see kind of like a slim nose, but it has like some width to it. If they're a woman, they could like to have glossy lips. If they're a man, I see kind of like I don't think they wear this aesthetic, but their clothes kind of resemble it. Like, imagine somebody that goes to the bookstore a lot, that reads a lot. They kind of have that aesthetic to the way they dress. Wearing a lot of neutrals, wearing a lot of jumpers. They just look like they read a lot. They look smart in the way they're dressed. I see that for some. This person's very cautious about moving towards you in that way, because they don't know if you guys could actually make your connection work, but they are attracted to you. I see them like feeling like they want to kiss you, but not knowing if you would kiss them back. There may have been a moment between the two of you where you almost kissed, but it didn't happen for some. Or where they wanted to, but it didn't happen. They could have like messy, imperfect hair, but in a way where it looks good. It's not like too perfect, but it looks good. Like, think like a messy bun that looks very cute, or think like a man's hair that's maybe like a little bit curly, messy, but it looks cute. It's like this person doesn't want like their outfit or their hair to look too perfect, too polished. Does that make sense? They like that kind of look. They are somebody very reserved but confrontational. And they're quick to like point out problems or the elephants in the room. They kind of are blunt. They kind of like speak quickly, where they don't think about what they're saying first. They just speak, and sometimes that leads to conflicts as well. Think of somebody that's kind of like a little bit blunt, or they speak before they think, if that makes sense. I see somebody that likes vintage things as well. There's something significant about their perfume or cologne that seems kind of vintagey. And I'm hearing for some of you that this person could invite you to some kind of event or to their home or something like soon. You might see them soon, like in person. They could sunburn easy, that's what I'm getting for some. And they care a lot about fairness. There could be some kind of celebration coming up soon between you and this person where you celebrate something together. Either a celebration of theirs or yours. So we have the Seven of Cups, we have the Nine of Swords. I think we're reading the fourth person now, if I'm not mistaken. The Ace of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. So this is somebody that's very similar to you in some way, this last person. I mean, not last person, fourth person. Maybe they want to be the last person you date, because I said last person by mistake. Maybe they want to like be the only one you date. They are very nervous about like approaching you and telling you that they are attracted to you. I don't get that there's full-on feelings yet, but I do get that this person kind of like idealizes you and puts you on a pedestal in their mind, and they see you as very sexy, very physically attractive, and they are hoping that you see them the same way and that you give them a chance. They are somebody that's very confident, a go-getter, but you make them feel nervous, and they're not used to that, because usually with people they're attracted to, they can kind of like speak to the person easily. They're very confident, charming. But with you, it's like you make them very nervous and intimidated. It's almost like they're afraid you wouldn't find them attractive, or afraid you wouldn't give them a chance. They almost view you as like, how do I explain this energy? Like top of the top. What I'm seeing in my mind's eye is like, let's say there's many beautiful, attractive people out there, but like you're one of the most attractive, appealing people to them. You're like the best quality person out there. That's kind of how they're viewing you, if that makes sense. Like if they had to get you romantically, they would be very lucky. That's what they feel right now. This person also watches you a lot. I see Aries or Leo energy or fifth house energy in my mind's eye. I also see that this person could be very helpful. If you were to date them, like let's say you go get your nails done or something, they would maybe like help you pick out a color, or let's say you are picking out an outfit, they would help you pick it out. They would help you make like important life decisions. I see them being the type that's like very comforting, compassionate, where if you were to go through something or go through loss, they would sit there, listen to you, support you, be very like emotionally available. I see that this person's very adventurous, spontaneous, and they might, even though they're nervous with the Fool at the back of the deck, they might out of nowhere all of a sudden just decide impulsively, like, I'm going to tell this person I'm attracted to them, you. So I see that. I see that this person could be into art. They also walk around with headphones or earphones a lot. I see like Apple, I think it's called AirPods, I'm not sure. They could also be spiritual because I'm seeing these chakras. Or all their chakras are open if they're not spiritual. They could want to take you out to an expensive date because I'm seeing like an expensive restaurant in my mind where everything looks luxurious. And they almost feel like if they got you, they would score or win in some way. Like, they're almost just looking at you in a very idealistic way, like I said before. They could read a lot, they are smart. And they're heavily wishing for something with you right now. Like, you seem like their wish come true in love. I see them like wanting to buy you food. I see them being like the kind of person that would take care of you in love. Like, if it was raining, they would put the umbrella on you and not care if they get wet. So this person just seems kind of cute in the way they would like treat you if you were to date them. Is there anything else about their personality for this person? You could not know them that well, but they want to get to know you better. They could be very loud in the way they speak or in personality. They could easily like solve problems that are hard because they've experienced hard life problems, that they know how to like solve problems now. I keep seeing like this energy of them take care of you. Like, I see if you were to date them, they would like massage your feet and do little things like that. This seems cute. So the fifth person, the Empress. I heard awakening, so maybe they're going through a spiritual awakening, even if they don't know it. So Empress, High Priestess reverse, Queen of Swords, the Star, the Eight of Swords. This fifth person seems very captivated by you in some way. We have the Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, and Ace of Wands reverse. I see that they're the first to like watch your stories or posts on social media. This person can be impulsive, can be very ambitious. They're not the type to like go after somebody just because of looks or attractiveness, but they do find you attractive. They are like more of a personality type person. They're someone with huge trust issues, a big heart, very nurturing, and they have self-love. They know their worth, this fifth person. They can be very talkative, chatty, but it almost seems like they're overthinking a lot when it comes to you, whether they should give you their heart or not because of trust issues. Maybe they don't know you that well or don't know yet if they can trust you. They do want to make their move, but they're overthinking a little bit. I see them being that type of person that always talks about their wishes, their dreams, their goals. I see them being a hard worker, very ambitious. They could kind of dress in a trendy way, I hear. They could kind of have a possessive side to them, but they don't always show it, or a jealous side to them in dating and love. But they might only show that like after you start dating, if you date this person. They kind of like have a wild and free personality, I'm hearing. They're very fun, the life of the party. They kind of like are that type of person that works hard, plays hard. They're also very interesting, like when you speak to them. They are very good at storytelling as well. They can be a little bit secretive or private. And they're not somebody that just talks. They kind of do what they're gonna say they're gonna do, not just talks about it. I get that this person isn't someone you exactly find attractive. You maybe more so view them as somebody that could be your friend. So this feels kind of like unrequited in some way. And something about their personality might rub you the wrong way because I'm seeing you say like be so for real to this person in like an angry tone. There's some kind of like difference in the way you see things. I pick up that this person has an angry side to them as well. If they're a woman, they could wear a lot of makeup. They could have dogs or a dog. They could have like a big, beautiful smile or handsome smile. They could also be somebody that kind of plans and organizes. And they kind of find magic in the little moments. They could have like a very moisturized body. Like maybe they moisturize themselves all the time where you can see their body kind of glows in a way. They could ride a motorbike or something like that for some. You could like phone them a lot for some here or speak to them over call a lot. It seems like this person has an interest in you and other people at the moment. So they're kind of just trying to see what works. Hopefully I described them enough. Now let's take a look at the last person. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, Justice, Hierophant reverse. This is somebody with commitment issues, somebody that doesn't necessarily live a traditional life. And I see them having very traditional parents and they're making decisions for themselves, for them. They're not following like their parents' orders or what their parents want. And it's pissing off their parents, but they're wanting to make their own life decisions. I see that this person, I heard the word hypergamy. I don't know what that means, but I see that this person kind of like is that type in dating and love to like want to spoil their partner. They could have a love language of gift giving, especially like going all out for the person. When they buy a gift or when they do something special, they go all out. I see that they're very honest, trustworthy, and they would tell you that they don't want commitment. They would be honest about it. So maybe they're looking for something more casual with you. I kind of feel like crying in this person's energy. Maybe they have like a lot of deep sadness within, but you wouldn't always be able to tell in first meeting. Because I'm not actually sad, but I feel like crying in this person's energy. I feel like you and this person would fit very well together because I'm seeing two puzzle pieces that fit perfectly together. They could be kind of quiet and soft in the way they speak, soft-spoken. They're also somebody that takes forever to get to the point in conversation. They could play the guitar or some kind of musical instrument for some. They could be very like active physically. I'm seeing somebody that works in finance or law. I'm seeing someone with tattoos or is a tattoo artist. I see that they have a lot of money because I'm seeing dollar signs in my mind's eye, or maybe they're trying to make a lot of money. Every time they smile at you, they smile with their eyes and it's very cute. They're also very eco-friendly. And they're someone that like appreciates little moments like seeing a sunrise or sunset. They're very chilled and laid back, possibly spiritual, or possibly open-minded to spirituality. I see Pisces energy in my mind's eye. I also see the Chanel logo. So maybe they like designer or luxury. The Magician, the Devil, the Tower reverse, and the King of Cups. They can kind of be needy and erratic emotionally, all over the place emotionally. Like one moment they're fine, one moment they're not. Very unpredictable. You never know what side you're going to get from them. And when they're emotional about something, it's like they're not really thinking about how other people may feel in that moment or how it may affect other people, but they're kind of just thinking about their own emotions in that moment. I don't think they're selfish, but sometimes their emotions are so intense that they forget about other people's emotions in the moment. Strength, the Ace of Swords. I do think this person's resilient, but they're all over the place emotionally. They also are like a very obsessive person, or they may obsess over you. And sometimes they're the cause for their own chaos in their life, but they don't realize it. Sometimes they're detached, sometimes they're really emotional, which confuses people. Like, sometimes they act like they don't care, but then sometimes they're, like, really emotional, intensely emotional, which, again, confuses people. But I do think that at some period of their life where this has happened, they were going through, like, mental health issues, but now I feel like they're starting to become more resilient. Okay, let's take a look at zodiacs and initials now, because I don't want this reading to be too long. Okay, so let me know how this has resonated for you so far in the comments below. Have you figured out who these people are? I'm seeing somebody that's into watching action movies. I'm specifically seeing like Lara Croft for some reason. Okay, we have Sagittarius. I also pick up there's someone that's interested in you when their friends are being very nosy, like doing social media stalking. Not for anything bad, but they just like want to figure out who you are. Sagittarius, Gemini, Aries, Leo. But this one fell over like this, so a Leo doesn't want you to know they like you. They kind of try to keep their feelings hidden. Capricorn, Virgo, and Cancer. Now for initials, we have G, we have P, maybe somebody's a doctor. A, maybe somebody's very smart with GPA here. O, R. We could have somebody that knows how to see things in nuance. Mr., maybe somebody calls themselves Mr. a lot. Introduces themselves as Mr., their surname. O-M, maybe we could have some spiritual people here. Some foodies with nom. X. We also have no here, so we could have some that are like comfortable saying no, comfortable setting boundaries. B. U. We have bun here. Maybe somebody wears their hair in a bun. I. And H. I'm getting the name Morris. I'm seeing the word hun here. Maybe somebody calls you hun or honey. Or kind of like sweet names, pet names. Seeing the name Roger. We see the word PA here. Maybe somebody's a PA. Okay, if you see any like names in the initials, let me know because I can't really like figure out anymore. So that is what I have for you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this resonated in the comments. Did you see anybody's zodiac or initial that you know of? Did this reading remind you of anybody in your life? Let me know. Please don't forget to also check out my membership. I do post an exclusive video every week on there. So yeah, thank you for being here and watching, and I can't wait to see you next time.